Assalamu alaikum girls, I'm here to show you how to do number 2 from my last collage video in pull, which was the two-sided flop technique. It's a style done with that technique. I had to call it that because apparently there are no names. So this one is done by a model, and I think the veil designer, her name was Malak, I'm not sure, but that's the name that was on the picture of the model, as you can see right here. I'm going to teach you how to do this style. You're going to need 3 scarves. What I'm going to use a mix between 2 solids and a floral one. You can maybe go 2 solids and plaid or something like that, or you can mix them up in whatever color tones that you want to go with each other. These are pretty much warm colors. Got some brown and pink and brown and pink. Okay girls, the first thing you want to do is make a bun in the back of your head. A ponytail or a bun, depending on how long your hair is. This way it will make the process a lot less messier. Now, I want you to take a hold of the first 2 layers that you're going to use. I chose this solid pink one and a brown and pink floral kind of scarf. Okay, they're both cotton. Notice how my second layer that I'm going to use, this pink one, is a bit longer than the floral one. You see that? Okay, this is good because once we do the flop part of the technique, okay, one is going to flop over directly and the other one's going to go around the neck first before flopping. Okay? This is exactly how she did it herself. They do not need to be the same length. In fact, I encourage that they don't. Either way, you can still modify that by either tying, well, you'll see. Okay, ladies, get your first scarf out, and we're gonna start wrapping. Oh yeah. So, get your first layer, tame it a little bit, and fold it about 3 to 4 inches here, inward, okay? And we're gonna tie it in the back like a Spanish frock. Before you tie the first layer in the back, make sure that the scarf, the fold here, is about 1 inch below your hairline. Or at least half an inch, okay, if you have a small forehead. This is because in case if there's any sliding while you're wrapping or anything like that, it will compensate for that. And so you don't have to go back and tug and it ruins it. Keep in mind that this end has to be only long enough to be able to cover your bun in the back, to cover your hair, unless if, in case of, like in my case, after you folded it, the width of the scarf is not long enough to cover your hair in the back. So we're going to need this just a bit long enough to be able to tie in the back, and after you tie it, to be able to kind of envelope or roll over the bun in the back, okay? Okay, so I got about this much fabric left. I'm going to take it, I'm going to kind of like spread it open, sort of. I'm going to spread it open and then I'm just going to kind of like envelope, cover over my bun in the back, and then I'm going to pin it in place. Make sure that when you pin this end, that it's next to the bun, not on the bun itself, or else it can come loose very easily unless you use the correct pinning techniques. Now, all you need to do is repeat the same steps with scarf number 2, and leaving the same length on the side and wrapping around the bun as well. Okay? It's always best to leave about 1 inch between each layer, so make sure that you keep it even because it looks a lot more better when you're done. If you want to go along with this year's fashion, although conduct and faith comes first, fashion comes third, all you need to do is to tie it asymmetrically. That means one end, about like so, and then just keep doing that with the rest of the layers if you'd like. If you don't have enough fabric to go around to fold this 3 to 4 inches underneath, you don't need to. 1 inch is good enough. Now that you've tied the second layer to the back, you can either wrap this around or envelope the bun in the back as well, or you can just leave it hang. It's up to you. As long as you note that the second layer is still longer than the first. Now we're going to take the third layer Mine is pretty wide, so I'm going to fold it extra. It's going to go beyond 4 inches. Almost about half, actually. I'm going to fold mine this much. For the third layer, you want to tie it in the back from the midsection so that both ends are equal in length. And then you're going to take one end and you're going to wrap it around your bun and pin it a bunch around the bun, not on the bun. And then the end, you're just going to let it hang out for a while. Now that we tied everything in the back nice and secure, okay, let's revise a little bit. Second layer, longest. First layer, second longest. Third layer, shortest. Now we're going to do the flopping part. So what you need to do is get your first layer right here, right side down, and then take the right side and fold it about an inch or 2 inward. Just enough to do the job. And then wrap it around an inch away from your third layer. And then you pin it. Repeat the same steps with the second layer, except you're going to bring it around first to the other side here, and then pull it around to cover your neck, and wrap it around by folding it also about 1 inch as well before you wrap it, and then keeping it away about maybe 1 inch right there, and then pinning it. Doesn't matter really if the second layer is shorter than the first one, but if you want it to be exact, then you go back and when you tied it in the back, this layer in the first place, don't leave that much fabric on the short end, and they should be the same length. I did it before. If you're having a bit of a twisting problem here, or you don't want it to fall down into your neck, then just take it up here, behind your ear, and then pin it that way, okay? And then you can just kind of fiddle with it until you get the looseness or the tightness that you want. You don't want it to be tight, or else you're going to look like, ugh. So don't do that, okay? And yes, it is supposed to cover this part. This is how it is, okay? Now for the last part, you take the last layer right here, make sure it's underneath these 2 scarves, okay? And we're going to flip it over. You could do it lazily, you could bunch it up a little bit, fold it, do whatever the heck you want with it really. It's yours. I'm going to let it loose a little bit, holding it here, just a teensy bit. And I'm going to pin it here. As you can see, it comes over to this side. And then pin it once more here, just in case. Keep it in place. You can mess around with this last layer, make it look any way you want to. You can make it a bit shorter to be like Yasmin Mohsin did when she was on Damini Butte, I think that was the name of the show. Or you can just let it hang a little bit, just like the model in the picture. And there you have it. But one last thing you need to do to touch up any scarf, especially this wrap, is to take a really beautiful earring just like this and just pin it. And there you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? Now that you're looking fabulous and hijabulous, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you look forward to my next ones. And inshallah, I will be posting a lot more often. Bismillah. Pray for me at least once a week, okay? So keep watching, subscribe, comment, and rate, and thank you.